Hello comic book fans, today we will be talking about Dead Lucky issue 9. This is a part of a series where now it feels like two parts of a series, but we are going to the ending of this Dead Lucky series only a few issues off. And the story starts off with showing the origin of how Codename Ghost survived. He was a part of the team of Dead Lucky, and he told her how he survived. In this issue, we are seeing actually what happened after the crash, and he was exposed to the scientific substance that they were supposed to be carrying, the precious cargo. He somehow survived that and trying to get help from his fellow military soldiers, but they simply wasn't listening and was about to open fire and attack him, which led him to having to defend himself in this situation and kill them. And it's showing the uprising of how he got his powers. Dead Lucky, she got her powers and she became a vigilante of sorts, while Ghost got his powers and became, I would say, the exact opposite. Not technically a villain, but not a 100% superhero in the first place. And this will be going to the regular part of the story where people are asking where the heck is Dead Lucky at, and Marrow's not trying to release any information, but somebody leaked information on their last mission. So now that is out there and Marrow is trying to cover it up. And at this point in time, nobody knows where Dead Lucky is. Her whole team got destroyed and now she is missing. And this leads into specific conversations with other characters on their involvement and relationship regarding Dead Lucky. And this is another very interesting thing. Now that one of the soldiers that she thought was dead is alive, now this spirit, the electrical, spirit that she was once able to communicate with and talk to and use, he is simply being silent and just looking at her. So her own power is like acting against her in a way. And you have the physical form of him here, he's alive, but then he's also with her in spirit, which again leads me to the assumption that her power you don't really have to be dead, but if she feels guilty, then it may activate and it may become a part of her. And as they was having this particular conversation, they got ambushed. The soldiers came in and trying to attack them. And what part are they on? I believe they were Marrow, but they just came in and started blasting, and that led to both Dead Lucky and Pyri. I think that's how you pronounce his name, but it's not Pyro. It led them having to defend themselves, and they take out these soldiers. Now, the part of this comic book, this series, this particular issue itself that felt very off is that after they fought the soldier and protected themselves, they went, like, he immediately goes into like this like relationship talk, and like they went into like this weird state, and I'm like, this is a very weird place to try to like write that in there and try to put that in there, because all it does is give her yet another love interest. Like, she got done kissing one chick, and then she was getting vengeance and mad that Eddie died, which was her first love, and then now she's involved with this guy. And then it's like, they're trying to add all these different dynamics into the series, and I just don't think it particularly works. Or not that it just doesn't work, is that they're writing in it at the wrong times, and it just feels out of place. Besides that, she finally comes back to Marrow, right? They finally find that she finally comes back. Well, now they have new issues at hand, because now they are talking as if she could be compromised, and they're gonna have to like talk her out of being handcuffs, and for her to free her name, like she didn't break the deal that they had. The unfortunate part of that is that Pyri, or Codename Ghost that is, he followed her back to San Francisco with backup, and she's trying to go from the angle, Dead Lucky is trying to go from the angle of destroying Meryl from the inside out. But he and his partner here are going to just start a fight in the middle of the city. This is pretty much what was happening earlier in the series when Dead Lucky had the idea of just fighting these guys back, and when she realized that wasn't going to happen, that's when she switched gears. He's just gonna start a fight in the middle of the city, and Dead Lucky had to pretty much tell them, this guy probably followed me back here, and then that ended up actually being confirmed. So now there's like a mini war starting in the middle of San Francisco, when it's been quiet ever since she made that deal with Meryl. When she is told that this is happening, that obviously she gears up to go out there to try to stop him, because at the end of the day, his direction of things is not going to change anything. It's going to just work in the benefit of Meryl at the end of the day. So she has to stop him herself. And as they're fighting, going back and forth, that's when Dead Lucky jumps out there. Again, this is another very weird way of writing, because just a few panels ago, they seemed to have this understanding, and they came together. But now they're running with the story of, I have my way of dealing with things and you have yours. And then he tells her that you're not my captain anymore. But just a few pages and panels ago, he referred to her as captain. And so now, again, it's a very weird way of writing. I understand how they're doing it. I just don't think it's particularly executed to the level that it should and that it could be. But now they are fighting the drones. Meryl has released their drones on top of Dead Lucky being out there, and she can't control them anymore, because now they're just going for the kill at this point. And Pyrrhi, he unknowingly started another maximum level war zone in the middle of San Francisco. Now Dead Lucky is stuck in between trying to save him, stop him, and also trying to not have her cover blown. And that is it for this video. Again, thank you guys for watching this video. Like, share, and subscribe for more, and thank you for watching.